And greetings and welcome to the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach as we have 2021 VHSL Class 5 Region A field hockey action today between the First Colonial Patriots, who come in with a record of 15-1 overall, taking on the Kempsville Chiefs, who sit at 12-5 overall. Kempsville a winner 1-0 over Salem in the regional quarterfinals last Thursday, while it was First Colonial ranking 7th-seeded Salem by a count of 9-0 on Thursday. I am Matt Hatfield, and thank you for our matchup today, as it's the Patriots of First Colonial taking on the Cavaliers of Princess Anne. We've got following that matchup the Cox Falcons and the Kempsville Chiefs. So let's get you set for today's game, as we have Princess Anne, who had a nice victory in the regional quarterfinals over Bayside. Looking rather sharp, did the Cavaliers in that matchup, while FC prevailed comfortably in its game 9-0 over the Salem Sun Devils. Our game today presented by Zoop Eatery. And at Zoop, they have all kinds of things for you, customizable box lunches. Choose from the wide variety of soups, fresh salads, made-to-order sandwiches, and they're all served with a hunk of bread and dessert. There's something for the whole crew at Zoop Eatery. And we'll give you the starting lineups here in just a moment, as they had the national anthem moments ago. First Colonial, the number 2 seed in this Region 5A tournament. Princess Anne, the number 3 seed. I misspoke. It's actually Kempsville, the number 4 seed, taking on the number 1 seed Cox Falcons a moment ago. So we apologize for that little snafu we had moments ago here at the start. We got a backward sheet as far as the pairings and the matchup times. So that threw me off. But yes, it is actually Cox taking on Kempsville in the game that follows that. It's FC and Princess Anne here to get us started here in game number 1 of our regional semifinal doubleheader here at the Regional Training Center today. Should be a fun day of field hockey. Princess Anne in the red and white. As you see, they've been a fine story this year. I'll tell you about their girls in just a moment. While it is FC wearing the sky blue numerals and the white jerseys on the pitch today. And the coaches speaking over with their teams right now to get situated before we begin this matchup. Let's tell you a little bit about Princess Anne, though. Coming into this game, a record of 14-3 overall for PA. And at 14-3 overall, their only losses this year: 7-1 to First Colonial back on September 28th, 2-1 to Kellum back on October 5th, and they played reigning 3-time state champion Frank W. Cox to a 2-1 matchup back on October the 14th. So we're getting started here, about to get things underway. And we'll tell you about some of the players to watch out for in our game here momentarily. Coach Wheeler of Princess Anne, Kristen Wheeler at the helm. Her daughter Kylie Wheeler, one of the leading scorers for them. They've also got Sydney Raguni, who had a big game in their regional quarterfinal victory with a hat trick against Bayside. And we are underway here. Princess Anne in the blue with the red numerals, FC in the white jerseys with the sky blue numbers. And we'll tell you about the PA Cavaliers first here. Their key contributors, their senior group, they've got 5 of those, led by Captains Annabelle Fullwood, number 19. Kylie Wheeler, the senior forward, number 2. Also Mallory Lamb, number 21, a senior midfield backer. Number 17, Farron Levinsky, midfielder. And number 8, Madeline Allen. Juniors featuring Zoe Barbie, number 27. Number 9, Nielsen Baxley. Number 16, Sammy Heath. Number 11, Mary Ruffin. Number 10, Kuyan Tron. And number 4, Erica Wu. 4 sophomores for Princess Anne. Number 26, Mackenzie Short. Number 7, Ilkham Sarsalmaz. Number 24, Izzy Lamb. Number 1, Sarah Ellis. And a couple of freshmen in Claire Holmes, number 5, and Sydney Raguini, number 14. Again, it was Raguini with the big game for PA in that victory over Bayside in the regional quarterfinals, as they prevailed in that one by a count of 6-0, thanks to Raguini's 6 goals. They also got an assist from Nielsen Baxley, who scored. Allen and Wu chipping in with goals in that one as well. For First Colonial, the Patriots under Coach Beanie Schleicher, they're led by Finley Payne, number 10, who's got 53 goals this year. She had 2 in their playoff win, 9-0 on Thursday. Meanwhile, Landry Meyer, junior number 13, had 4 goals in that quarterfinal triumph. Watch out for number 8, Emily Tamaro, a senior going to Old Dominion. They've got Parker Rowell and Brooke Heil, their 2 goalkeepers. Number 3 is sophomore Julia Sugden. Number 4 is freshman Clara Hitchings. Jolie Day, a sophomore, wearing number 5. Lynn Parker, a junior, wearing number 9. Grace Dixon, a sophomore, wearing number 11. Freshman Riley Brooks Booth has come on in the second half of the season, wearing number 12. As that shot is blocked there, good job by PA in goal to thwart that opportunity for the Patriots. And that was Annabelle Fullwood, the goalkeeper, who's had an excellent season. And then rounding out the lineup for FC, where they start 8 freshmen and sophomores combined, you have Emerson Kane, a 9th grader, wearing number 15, Ava Hartman, a sophomore, wearing number 16, Katie Royal, a junior, wearing number 18, and 10th grader Danny Ball. And goal is scored there for First Colonial as they get on the board first. We'll follow the blue headband to see who that goal was for First Colonial, as that's going to be number 13 getting them on the board here first. Landry Meyer, what a postseason she has had here as they strike first in this matchup. So 1-0 in favor of First Colonial as they take the lead here first against the Cavaliers of Princess Anne. Patriots looking to continue applying the pressure, and Landry Meyer just in the right place at the right time, just hanging in that short corner area basically near the net, able to just dump it in for the quick goal to give FC the early advantage. Cavaliers on the opposite side there in the blue, trying to wrest momentum away as the Patriots will put this in with Katie Royal in the attacking third, trying to dial up a goal here for the Patriots. That one's going to be intercepted as PA takes it away, but back come the Patriots. Nice job defensively. And you see getting her stick on at number 1 for PA, Sarah Ellis. And PA able to dodge away from trouble until Grace Dixon able to come up with it. Now FC trying to play some keep away with Riley Brooks Booth, the freshman. So early on, it's First Colonial with the 1-0 lead on PA. And fell in this head-to-head matchup back on September 28th by a count of 7-1. Most goals they'd given up all season. The only other team to score 3 or more goals on them was Hickory, who they beat 5-3 back on September the 14th. And one of our sponsors for today's game, that would be Vault Athletics and Fitness. It's Hampton Roads' newest 13,000 square foot facility located in the Hilltop section of Virginia Beach. They specialize in personal training, small group training, youth athlete development, and specialty fitness classes. Go check them out. Vault Athletics and Fitness. As FC's trying to advance it into the attacking 25. Very quick shot there. Riley Brooks-Booth has it. Trying to get away from Mary Ruffin, number 11, who is guarding her closely. That's Katie Royal, unable to connect with Riley Brooks-Booth as it heads out of play. Second game will come your way at 5 o'clock, featuring the undefeated Cox Falcons, taking on the 4th-seeded Kempsville Chiefs. I think what threw me off, too, was I saw those red and blue colors right before we started, and it did look like Kempsville's uniform, but then it dawned on me, First Colonial was not playing Kempsville. Very competitive Region 5A bracket we have. All the top 4 seeds advancing. Cox, the number 1 seed, First Colonial, the number 2 seed. Many feeling they're on a collision course for the regional championship. And they met last spring in the abbreviated season in the opening round of the playoffs. And then the number 3 seed, PA today, and the 4th seeded Kempsville Chiefs. PA at 14-3 overall, and Kempsville with a record of 12-5 following a 1-4 start. So that just tells you the depth of the Class 5 field, as FC has it getting into PA territory thanks to Emily Tomorrow. Now the Patriots racing closer to scoring territory here with Grace Dixon. Inside, 2 defenders. Can they slice it in there with Jenny Vault, the sophomore, number 20. She scored a goal at the 13:30 mark last week in the regional quarters versus Salem. And you see PA hanging tough here with multiple blue shirts. It's going to take some precise pinpoint passing from the Patriots here to yield today's first penalty corner or a second goal on the board here before our opening period expires. Our game presented by Zoop Eatery. And tell everyone to come on out here to the Regional Training Center for an excellent day of field hockey playoff action. Cloudy skies, but the rain is holding off for now. Even a little peak of sun in the far corner I see. Comfortable day temperature-wise here at 68 degrees from what my phone is showing me. Going to dip down into the 50s later tonight, though. As you see the battle there with Volp of FC and Izzy Lamb of PA number 24. And it looks like we're going to get our first penalty corner, I think, of the afternoon. And that we will here, as FC will be putting it in here momentarily with, looks like it's number 5, Jolie Day, for our first corner of today. Out of the reach of Brooks Booth. Oh, they get back on it, though. Good pass from 18 to 8. Off the rebound. That was swatted on the second shot by Landry Meyer, who scored that earlier goal. And the Patriots continue to battle away. Cavaliers trying to get out of trouble here. They get it ahead to number 1. Sarah Ellis, the sophomore, on the move into FC territory. Working the sideline now. One of the few times here in this opening quarter that PA has been in FC territory as we tick near 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. That one's going to be controlled by Claire Hitchings, who sneaks it out of harm's way. Patriots do get out of their own circle here now. Tilting field position back in their favor. Landry Meyer pokes it up ahead. What a playoff she's having with 5 goals scored. Almost turning into Finley Payne. Finley Payne had 6 goals in their second to last regular season game, a 13-0 win over Maury. 53 on the year. With Tomorrow and Meyer being the main goal scorers for this FC squad, Meyer has busted out with a great playoff year for Coach Schleicher. A Patriots program that's a win away from their first state playoff appearance since 2018. Pretty decorated history in field hockey at First Colonial. The problem sometimes is playing in your own city with Cox. You get overshadowed a good bit. But they're not long removed from hoisting some hardware themselves. First Colonial winning AAA state championships in 2012 and 2011, defeating Cox 3-1 in 2012, and Stafford High School from the Fredericksburg area 3-1 for that state title in 2011. But the most recent one, though, when they did beat Cox 6-2 in 2015 to capture the Class 6A state championship. The very next year, though, Cox beat them 2-1. These two schools met, in fact, 3 straight years in 2014 through 2016 in the Class 6 championship round. And Cox won the last Class 6 championship that they were in that division before they moved into Class 5 in 2019. Patriots made that same move down. It's all due to enrollment, how the VHSL configures its classifications and which schools are in what regions. They try to base that on geography to go with the enrollment figures for travel purposes. And the winner of the Region 5A championship will host the Region 5B runner-up in the state quarterfinals, while it'll be the Region 5B champion hosting the Region 5A runner-up in the state quarterfinals. We'll give you some dates here in a moment on when those matchups will take place for the state playoffs in VHSL field hockey. And that one's going to head out of play there as Princess Anne is down by 1 goal here with just under 20 seconds to go in our first period. And let's tell you about another one of our sponsors here today of this Region 5A semifinal. That would be AstroTurf. Since 1965, the AstroTurf brand has been driven by forward-thinking ingenuity. Today, AstroTurf continues to prove a system designed to deliver playing surfaces with the most realistic sports-specific performance, longest-lasting durability, and sound player protection. AstroTurf. We've reached the end of one quarter of play here, and First Colonial leads at 1-0 thanks to Landry Meyer's 5th playoff goal of the year. We'll take a timeout and come back with more here from the Regional Training Center. Check out our Virginia Beach Sportsplex YouTube channel for all of our field hockey action today and archive games as well. Right now, let's hear from one of our sponsors, though, and that would be Why Not Italian.
Nobody cares for more young knees than CHKD Sports Medicine. Our specialists, surgeons, and physical therapists work together to develop treatment and training programs that get young athletes back up to speed safely with the strength and confidence they need to stay in the game for the long haul. CHKD Sports Medicine. Care today to last a lifetime.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
And welcome back here to 2021 VHSL Region 5A semifinal field hockey action where the First Colonial Patriots lead the Princess Anne Cavaliers by a count of 1-0. FC coming into today's game with a record of 15-1 overall, having outscored its opponents 129-7. Incredible margin there. Princess Anne 14-3 overall. Their only losses, in fact, the only blemishes for them coming against heavyweights in FC and Cox as well as Kellum from Region 6A. For those that are watching, we thank you for tuning in, and tell your friends, your family, your folks. Usually we have it linked right to our beachsportsplex.com page. For some reason, we're having some slight technical difficulties on that. We're going to get that fixed out. We do have the game up on our YouTube channel. So there you have it. Tell everyone to go to the YouTube and search Virginia Beach Sportsplex for your field hockey action today. We are underway here with the second quarter. Matt Hatfield here with you as we will find out who is punching their ticket to the state playoffs. And as we mentioned earlier, the VHSL State Field Hockey Championships coming up here in the next couple of weeks here. It'll be a champion crowned in 11 days in Class 5 at Cortland High School at 2 p.m. on Saturday, November the 13th. Before that, though, you have to win the quarterfinal and semifinal to have a chance to get there. The state quarterfinals will be at host sites on November the 9th from today, while Spotsylvania High School will be the location for the state semifinals. 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. in 10 days. And the Region 5A champion will play in the 11:30 game should they win their quarterfinal matchup. First Colonial hoping to be that team. Princess Anne going to need a rally here to keep their great season going here under Coach Wheeler. And you see the Cavaliers able to nudge that one outside of their own attacking third here before it goes out of play, with Jolie Day now putting it back in for FC. A couple minutes gone by here in our second quarter. Good matchup so far here in FC with Katie Royal has it deflected there as you see the Patriots with another good stick play from, I believe that was number 1, Sarah Ellis, the sophomore. One of a host of sophomores on this PA roster. Coach Witter's going to graduate 5 seniors, but certainly liking the future even beyond this year's playoff run for them. Among their standouts going to the next level, Mallory Lamb is committed to play at Lynchburg next year. We touched on earlier FC's led by Emily Tamaro in their senior class, the lone senior that is committed for college. She's going to ODU. for next year. And Old Dominion with a decorated field hockey program for many, many years. And just think of what a job that Old Dominion has done in field hockey under the legendary Beth Anders. It just speaks for itself. All the championships in their history. There's the first Division I coach to reach the 500 victory plateau over there at Old Dominion. Ball will head out, and now FC again on the move, looking to get that second goal and gain some breathing room against this PA squad here. Inside, another great job by Finley Payne, and the Patriots are back on the board again, 2-0. They take the lead as Finley Payne scores her third goal of the postseason, 54th of the year. FC 2, PA nothing in the early juncture of our second quarter. Splendid job by Finley Payne there to add the lead for FC here, right there at the 12:09 mark of our second quarter. Just a splendid job in transition. She's one of the best hockey players the entire state of Virginia has to offer from the class of 2023. Finley Payne, certainly a tremendous talent who gets it done in a variety of ways for FC. Coach Sliker has to like the fact that her team has been very opportunistic here in this first half, not letting PA play the type of game that they want in terms of controlling tempo and field position. They gave Cox such a battle a couple weeks ago. And this a PA program that has notched some shutouts here recently. In fact, coming into today's game, since that Cox loss, PA had been on a string of 4 straight shutouts. They blanked Bayside 6-0. And they closed out the regular season with shutouts of 8-0 over Green Run, 6-0 over Lancetown, and 5-0 over Tallwood on October 26th in the regular season finale. Well, already 2 first-half goals here for FC today. That one's quickly pulled out by PA Sydney Raguini, the freshman, but FC going to chase it down the corner, the far corner with Finley Payne, trying to get it into the circle area, but PA will push it back out with Izzy Lamb, the sophomore backer. Raguini, a freshman, played in the Junior Olympics this summer, and will certainly build around her as they move into the future here. FC has it with Emily Tamaro there, trying to get them deeper into the teeth of the defense, and that one will sail out of play. Another sponsor we'd like to tell you about here today is Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. Lending peace of mind, not your typical mortgage company. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group understands that getting a mortgage can be stressful, but they're here to guide you every step of the way, dedicated to providing an enjoyable journey from start to finish. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, a proud sponsor of our field hockey coverage here from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach. Shot's going to be deflected away there as PA's Erica Wu, nicknamed Woozy, we're going to come up with that stop for the Cavaliers. Just having a hard time advancing against this FC defense, which has really shrunk the windows for PA to navigate. There's Katie Rural able to squeeze by a defender, and now FC into the circle. Great pass on the money, and another goal is on the board for First Colonial as they get it done here to make it 3-0. And guess who? You know it. None other than Finley Payne with the third goal of the day here for FC as they increase their lead to 3-0 here. Just making it look easy. Her 55th goal of the year and her 4th of the playoffs. Not even a full 4 minutes after she got that goal to put FC up 2-0, she strikes again. Great passing, too. I could not quite tell who that assist was. It might have been Tamaro, could have been Brooks Booth, maybe even Julia Sugden, number 3, who you see closest to your screen at the moment. But FC's passing, I'd say maybe crisper than what we saw in a couple of the games at the end of the regular season for them. As that can be the difference in them getting that outburst to get near double-digit goals. And they scored a good deal, 9 against Salem last week, but they haven't hit the double-digit mark since a 15-0 shutout of Lansdowne back on October 7th. It's going to be hard to get to that level in a regional semifinal, championship game, or even a state playoff game, but you just like the execution and the crispness here in this first half. Capitalizing on their chances, even with just one penalty corner thus far. PA still looking for their first. They need to get a stop there, and a good job there to poke it away. As they have it for just a brief moment, Sarah Ellis for PA. And it's taken away once more by FC. Number 18, Katie Royal, the junior, able to come forward with it. Patriots now in their own end with Jolie Day. A little bit of a mini collision, shall we say, with Kylie Wheeler, the daughter of Coach Christy Wheeler of Princess Anne. PA trying to get that stop here and swing things back in their favor. We're going to see our first penalty corner of the second quarter now for FC. Just their second of the half in total. Patriots put it into play here. And that was going to be wide of the net. Claire Hitchings, the freshman, on that entry feed. Princess Anne on the move now with number 1. That's Sarah Ellis. And Ellis ends up hitting it out of play. Chicho's Pizza has been a beach institution since 1968, serving the best pie around for more than 50 years from a single founding location and now 8 different spots around the Hampton Roads area. Stop in and order online to find out why they're a favorite all across Tidewater. Chicho's, more than a pizza. Patriots trying to navigate the the PA defense rather along the baseline sideline area, and it's going to be eventually tagged and stopped. Once again, good movement from Emily Tamaro. Two defenders come there and halt PA's Sydney Raguini, trying to get it there on a connection to, I believe that they were trying to get to Danny Vault, and it goes out of play. It's a very tenacious group for Coach Schleicher at FC. Looking to play their best hockey at the right time of the year here in the postseason as they try to take that next step and move into the state playoffs. As for the Region 5B field, if you're curious about that, to give you a little bit of an update there, as they had some playoff games yesterday, in fact, across Hampton Roads over at Powhatan Field in Norfolk. It was 4th-seeded Moria winner over 5th-seeded Granby 2-0. FC deep there to get it to Vault and kick it back out. That pass is intercepted by Grace Dixon, the sophomore for FC. You see Clara Holmes, the freshman for PA number 5, battling her. And then another good move there from First Colonial's Jolie Day to briefly shake Holmes. And PA able to get the stop. Now trying to get something up the field, but there's again another splendid job by Grace Dixon. PA with a hard smack of that one. Riley Brooks Booth is there to pick it up. Working the sideline, trying to turn it back up the field. Short pass, but aggressive play from PA defensively there. As you see the great hustle from number 14, Sydney Raguini. One of the many talented freshmen across this Beach District. And we're seeing some of them step up here in the playoffs. Battle there between Katie Royal of FC and Sarah Ellis from PA. So Morey's going to take on top-seeded Gloucester tomorrow in the regional semis in 5B at Powhatan Field at 5 p.m. That's coming up on Wednesday, November 3rd. And that one gets booted out. On the other side of that bracket in Region 5B, it's Menchfield, the number 3 seed, a 7-0 winner over 6th-seeded Norview in yesterday's quarterfinals. So 3rd-seeded Menchfield will take on 2nd-seeded Nansemond River on Wednesday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. at Powhatan Field. 2 winners of those games, Gloucester, Morey, and Menchfield and Nansemond River, will move on to the state playoffs, facing the region champion and region runner-up in the state quarterfinals, which again will be held on November the 9th for Class 5. Royals pass there is going to be picked off. PA's able to get in the way there with that traffic in the middle of the field. A stick battle for the ball there between Raguini and Tamaro. Tamaro is able to get it away from Raguini. But PA holding tough here on this sequence defensively. Can they move into FC territory? That shot up the field will be fired and pulled in by Grace Dixon. Pull it out. And very few chances for PA to get into FC territory in this first half. A minute and change to go. Until we reach halftime. One of our sponsors today of field hockey action at the RTC is Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects, from residential to large-scale commercial settings. Their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. So many years of experience. Who better than Shine Time Power Wash? FC trying to strike again here before we get to the half. That's Finley Payne racing up the field there, but eventually 2 defenders getting in the way there, and Izzy Lamb and Mackenzie Short. Lamb wearing 24 and Short wearing 26, a pair of 10th graders for Coach Kristen Wheeler. And we're going to see a penalty corner now for the Patriots as time ticks down in our second period. And the horn sounds right as Tamaro feeds it to Finley Payne. So we've reached halftime here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach in our 2021 Class 5 Regional Semifinals. A couple of goals from Finley Payne, the goal-scoring machine for FC. She's up to 55 on the year. The first one coming courtesy of Landry Meyer in our opening period, and the Patriots lead the Cavaliers 3-0 in this matchup between the number 2 and number 3 seeds out of Region 5A. We'll step aside and you'll now hear from some of our sponsors here, including our title sponsor today, Zoop Eatery, on our continuing coverage of playoff field hockey action, courtesy of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex on our YouTube channel and online.
more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
wherever,
however.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, with classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve, for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Nobody cares for more young knees than CHKD Sports Medicine. Our specialists, surgeons, and physical therapists work together to develop treatment and training programs that get young athletes back up to speed safely with the strength and confidence they need to stay in the game for the long haul. CHKD Sports Medicine. Care today to last a lifetime.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
And we're back ready for third quarter action here with the face-off here from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach for the 2021 VHSL Region 5A semifinals. Coming up after this one, it's the top-seeded Cox Falcons, unbeaten on the year, taking on the Kempsville Chiefs, the number 4 seed, who check in at 12-5 overall, 1-4. They started the season, but right now it's the First Colonial Patriots trying to move to 16-1 overall and punch their ticket to the state playoffs, leading Princess Anne by a count of 3-0. PA coming into this one today at 14-3 overall. looking to avenge that regular season loss to FC by a count of 7-1 from September the 28th. Matt Hatfield here with you at our playoff match presented by Zoop Eatery. And once again, Zoop Eatery is the place where you can build customizable and individually packaged meals for your convenience, choosing from the wide variety of soups, fresh salads, and made-to-order sandwiches. Something for the whole crew at Zoop Eatery. Princess Anne working from right to left now in the blue unis with the red numerals. The Patriots of First Colonial in the white jerseys with the sky blue numbers. And it looks like it'll be the first penalty corner of the afternoon for the Cavaliers of PA. No goals for them yet in this matchup. They come in off 4 straight shutouts. We'll see if they can get closer here on this penalty corner chance. Patriots have it with number 21. That's Mallory Lamb. She's going to the University of Lynchburg next year. And they don't, unfortunately, even get really a shot off that penalty corner chance. It's going to have to work to get a quality look or even equally good look. Down by 3 goals. 2 of those goals scored so far by Finley Payne, who's up to 55 on the year. The other goal for FC came courtesy of Landry Meyer, who has 5 goals this postseason. She scored 4 of them in last Thursday's regional quarterfinal triumph over Salem. Patriots now with Grace Dixon. Looking to connect with a teammate, and she does there. Katie Worrell will dump it off along the far sideline. Now into PA territory until it's poked out by Mallory Lamb. There you see the Patriots here near to your screen with number 12, Riley Brooks Booth, trying to get past a couple of defenders, namely Sarah Ellis and Nielsen Baxley for PA. Tell you about another one of our sponsors here today of field hockey action at the Regional Training Center. That's One Life Fitness. You can go to onelifefitness.com to claim a free trial pass. They're here to help you on your journey to getting fit. Start your new membership today at any one of the 8 convenient Hampton Roads locations. One Life Fitness. Winner here secures a berth in the state playoffs. 8 schools from each of the 6 classifications in the Virginia High School League make it to the state tournament. That one will be controlled by FC now. Patriots will dump it off here for Grace Dixon to try to get them upward. See, great defense there by PA's Sarah Ellis. Ferran Levinsky, the senior, deflects it. Now tries to get in the way there, but racing right by her. You see that speed for FC with Emily Tamaro. And FC has suddenly moved into Princess Anne territory here, about a quarter of the way through this 3rd period. Brooks Booth along the end line. And you see PA committing that infraction, so a penalty corner coming up for the Patriots. Their first of the second half here. As Izzy Lamb, one of those quartet of sophomores for the Cavaliers, It's called on that one. So here's the penalty corner for FC. They get it in there. Dump off, trying to get the rebound there. As you saw, it was Tamaro dumping it to, look like Finley Payne. To get another crack at it, though, with 9.5 minutes to go in our third quarter. FC still on top, 3-0. Thank you for tuning in here on beachsportsplex.com and on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to Virginia Beach Sportsplex for all the notifications when we go live for field hockey action by the Plex. Oh, a nice little cross-up move. Kind of fooling the defense there as Tamara get the no-look feed to Finley Payne, but Payne's shot is off the mark. As we tick under 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. FC with great field position again, though. 2 defenders in the way, and it's going to be Sarah Ellis to get that stop for PA as Izzy Lamb will swing it over to a teammate along the far side. They get into FC territory, but once again it's Grace Dixon. That's kind of that stopper, that backline stopper. And then her job is basically to create opportunities for some of her teammates on that back end of the defense. Good poke away for PA. Now can they maintain possession and get some traction here? Mary Ruffin, the junior. That time unable to connect. Grace Dixon's able to get in position quickly. PA hanging tough. Keeping FC's possessions limited to a degree here in this third quarter. As the change in field position from left to right now for FC working it. The PA right to east. It's kept us pretty evenly matched in this early portion of the third quarter, but now FC with a golden chance to get that 4th goal of the day until PA stops it. Once again, it's going to be Sydney Raguini, one of 2 freshmen on this roster for Princess Anne. And now Riley Brooks-Booth will pick it up here, and we've got ourselves another penalty corner, third one of the half for FC, matching their entire first half total. Just 7 minutes and change gone by in this third quarter. So FC will try to make it 4-0 here. They get it in. Shot from straight on is going to be blocked there. It wasn't even the goalkeeper that stopped it, rather for PA. That was, if I can get a number on that young lady for Princess Anne. See if we can stay with her for a moment. I think that was, I don't think it was Izzy Lamb. Might have been Mackenzie Short. I'll try to get that number for you in a second. Shout her out for a great play. Acting as that secondary goalkeeper, if you will. Grace Dixon. We're going to take matters into her own hands here. Feeds it into Riley Brooks-Booth. Gets by one of the defenders. That was Mackenzie Short, by the way, for PA. And it's going to be an empty net goal, pretty much. That's the empty net because the goalkeeper had to come all the way out. And guess who? The young lady with that blue headband at the 6:14 mark does it again for First Colonial. You know who that is. That's Landry Meyer with her 2nd goal of the day. And in fact, for Landry, it's going to be her 6th of the playoffs. Goodness. 4-0 our score here. As First Colonial continues to show its dominance and flex their muscles in this matchup between the number 2 seed and the number 3 seed in Region 5A. 4 Virginia Beach teams left, and you pretty much figured it would be a strong Beach District contingency. Of the 10 schools in Region 5A, 8 of them were from Virginia Beach coming in, and 7 of the 8 schools in the playoffs were from Virginia Beach. The only one to make it from Chesapeake. Again, there's 2 Chesapeake schools, Indian River and Hickory. Hickory made it, and they fell to the number 4 seed in Kempsville in the quarters. But a tandem of Finley Payne and Landry Meyer, too much today, but we would be remiss if we didn't shout out Emily Tamero with some excellent passes. Danny Volk has been active, and also Grace Dixon, sophomore on defense. We've seen Dixon, the sophomore, and Riley Brooks Booth, the freshman, wearing 11 and 12 respectively, step up here on the back half of the season for FC, looking to up its mark to 16-1 on the year. I see Taylor Roundtree and her ladies of Cox High School have entered the facility, if you will, and they are set for their matchup coming up at 5 o'clock Eastern. The #1 ranked team in all of Hampton Roads in the state of Virginia, top 5 outfit in the country. Cox taking on the #4 seed Kempsville later on today. Double team there as you see 2 defenders inside the circle, but FC with some nifty passing. 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Princess Anne trying to get a stop here as Brooks Booth loses it momentarily. A battle between Katie Royal and Mary Ruffin. PA punches it up into FC territory, although it will head out of play. Another one of our sponsors of field hockey action from the Regional Training Center is CHKD Sports Medicine. Whether your child's competing as part of a field hockey team, football, basketball squad, likes to ride a bike, the multidisciplinary squad at the CHKD Sports Medicine program is dedicated to the comprehensive treatment of illness and injury in pediatric as well as college athletes. CHKD Sports Medicine, we thank them for their support of our athletes here in Virginia Beach. On the move, a nice little cross-up move from FC's Finley Payne. Can she get a shot off? She gets away from Mackenzie Short, looks to make a pass, and it will head out of play with under 3.5 minutes to go in our third quarter. Still 4-0 in favor of First Colonial, our score here, as the Patriots have outscored their 2 playoff foes by a combined total of 13-0, Bayside and Princess Anne, so far this year. See a battle for the ball there in the corner. Now it's 4 shirts digging at it. 2 for PA and 2 for FC. And if you're playing hurt, under the weather, battling a cold maybe, you want to feel better, eat better. And the place to do that is Tropical Smoothie Cafe, where they're bursting with fresh flavors. They offer grab-and-go catering, box lunches. And Tropical Smoothie Cafe is not far from where we are. In fact, there's a location on Princess Anne Road right across the street from Tidewater Community College. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Another one of our sponsors of field hockey action here at the pitch in Virginia Beach. Here comes another penalty corner for the Patriots of FC. Coach Beanie Schleicher's ladies with their 4th here of the stanza, as Jolie Day will trot to the side to put this one into play. Keep an eye on freshman Claire Hitchings right there in the middle of your screen, #4. Might not go straight to her, but she could get a feed. Tamaro's been making some nifty passes throughout the day. Dump ball from Tamero. Ball will hop into the air off a ricochet. And guess what? We'll do it again. As she's looking oftentimes on those passes right to her left. Riley Brooks Booth is the closest player on those feeds. Get it into Tamero. She's going to try to shove it in there, and it's going to be picked up off the rebound and scored for FC. Looks like that was Emerson Kane, #15, the freshman. I believe she got that goal. We'll double check. Nonetheless, it's 5-0 in favor of First Colonial here. They increase their lead. First Colonial not done attacking here. as you see the battle with Short and number 12, Riley Brooks Booth, goes out of play. FC trying to get something working here again with Jolie Day. And it bounces off the body, stick, if you will, of Mackenzie Short, the sophomore backer of PA. Great hustle there as you see number 11 able to sniff it out. Mary Ruffin gets it into FC territory. It will roll out of play. We've reached the end of 3 quarters of play here at the Regional Training Center. First Colonial leading Princess Anne 5-0. So we're going to step aside and hear from another one of our sponsors here of field hockey action in this Class 5 Region A semifinal matchup, and that would be Vault Athletics and Fitness.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
Wherever,
however.
So you heard from Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, one of our sponsors of field hockey action today. And again, if you want more details of Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, make sure you check them out online at atlanticbay.com. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, the team will ensure the smoothest, most enjoyable experience you'll have with a mortgage at Atlantic Bay Mortgage. Through 3 quarters of play, First Colonial with a 5-0 lead on Princess Anne. Multiple goals from the likes of Landry Meyer and Finley Payne. That tandem this postseason alone have combined for, believe it or not, 10 goals as First Colonial has outscored its opponents. Bayside in the quarterfinals and now Princess Anne here in the semifinals by a grand total of 14-0. They won 9-0 just 5 days ago. And now when you add it all up, they've outscored their opponents 134-7. Could we see a rematch between FC and Cox? Remember, they met back on September 30th. Cox pitching a 2-0 shutout. 2 of the state's very best year in and year out. Well, it looks that way as First Colonial was just 15 minutes away from getting there. As we have begun the 4th quarter, Princess Anne, barring a comeback for the ages, will see its season come to a close at 14-4 overall. And of course, Cox has to get by a red-hot Kempsville team in our other semifinal that comes your way in an hour at 5 o'clock Eastern. Except for the start of that one, as Amber Jones' Chiefs are 12-5 on the year. Guess what? Patriots looking for another goal here on the move. It's Finley Payne. It's going to be blocked there off the shoe, if you will, of goalkeeper Annabelle Fullwood of PA. And that one will sail out of play. So we'll see our first penalty corner of this fourth period here with just under 14 minutes to go in regulation play. It'll be Jolie Day, the sophomore, heading over there. By my count now, 9 penalty corners to just 1 for PA. FC really getting a lot of pressure and causing some mistakes, if you will, of PA, which is what happens. Great teams are able to break down even other good teams in the playoffs. That one is thwarted out. Almost got in from a long ways away there. Finley Payne off that penalty corner sequence. FC's going to maintain possession, though, here. Try to get Tamaro to get something created here along the baseline. Putting the stick down, trying to make a stop is Woozy, Erica Wu. Be able to smack it out and give them a chance to exhale and breathe here. Trailing by 5 goals in this matchup. First Colonial has certainly seized its chances throughout this contest and proven its worth as one of the best in all of Virginia today. Trying to make it back to the state playoffs for the first time since 2018. I mentioned before about their history of state championships, winning the crown in 2015 as well as 2012 and 2011. Beating Cox for 2 of those championships in Stafford 3-1 back in 2011, 10 years ago. And certainly standing in their way could be the reigning 3-time state champs. Those 2 schools would meet in the regional finals should Cox win later today and FC hold this lead in our matchup. There is Grace Dixon. Quick, precise passing by this FC team throughout the day as Tamara will get by Mackenzie Short. Tight roping that sideline so well. See her footwork and ball handling skills. And it's going to yield another penalty corner here. As we tick under 11.5 minutes to go in our matchup. Wind picking up a little bit here on this Tuesday afternoon, November the 2nd. Fired in there by Claire Hitchens, the freshman. It will head out of play and hit the back fence. And even though it's a little chilly here, you can never go wrong with a sweet treat from Dairy Queen. They've got M&M's, cookie dough, Reese's, and Oreo fudge brownie. Yeah, your kids are still munching on some of that Halloween candy, but who doesn't like something sweet from Dairy Queen, especially when they're serving Blizzard treats? And Dairy Queen says thank you for being fans for all these years, and here's to many more. Celebrating their fine excellence all across Hampton Roads. Go pay them a visit. Dairy Queen Lansdowne. Fan food, not fast food. Dixon will go chase the ball down, and now FC will, there's a little bit of a delay game here, try to spread them out, although here comes Princess Anne trying to advance up the field and attacking with Sarah Ellis with an aggressive move. And this one will roll out of play. And a reminder, if you're coming out here either later today or perhaps Thursday, we've got some neat coupons here to the folks from the Sportsplex and Regional Training Center, including a buy any Blizzard at regular price, get a second one of same size or smaller free. Also some coupons from some of our other sponsors like Chicho's Pizza and Zoop Eatery. Coupons from Firehouse Subs and Jimmy John's as well as Mooyah. So go come on out. You never know, you might get yourself some neat items for your family, your friends, or your loved ones here as we approach another holiday. Just had Halloween a couple days ago. Thanksgiving will be here before you know it, and then Christmas, and we'll be turning the calendar to 2022. Hard to believe. This year just flying by here. It's Princess Anne is trying to get something on the board here. You see a couple of sequences where Nielsen Baxley and Mary Ruffin are involved in the action. That pass is going to be taken away there by the Patriots' Emily Tamaro. PA still hustling here. That's Mallory Lamb playing perhaps her final game in a Princess Anne uniform before going off to the University of Lynchburg. And her sister Izzy Lamb, a sophomore who will be back next year. Part of that back line that's been so instrumental here for Coach Wheeler this year. Some international flavor on this PA roster too. Ilkum Sarsamaz went to Turkey back in August to assist with the humanitarian efforts during the forest fires. They're excited about her future as they've got 6 sophomores and freshmen on this roster. Of course, FC is going to say we've got 8 freshmen and sophomores, so we're going to be an awful handful to deal with here as well. Coach Schleicher going with the more wintry look, if you will, today with the jacket and pants. Been wearing sometimes the shorts out here in this field hockey games we've been bringing, and the weather's been a lot nicer. Same for Coach Wheeler, but they've had to start to bundle up here because it's getting a little cooler. I mentioned it was 68 degrees. I think the temperature's dropped about a good 10, 12 degrees since we started this game. So I'd imagine Coach Jones of Kempsville and Coach Roundtree of Cox will be doing the same thing. Bundle up. Some of this field hockey action in November can get real cold into the 40s. And that wind picks up. It feels like it's in the 30s some days. I'm not here many years for some of the field hockey games. So I'm not complaining of my spot where we are here with the weather at this moment. It's going to be passed around here. You see the last dish from Riley Brooks Booth. Another corner coming for FC under 7 minutes to go in our contest. Cox Falcons in action against the Kempsville Chiefs in our next matchup. That one bounces off. Are they going to count it as a goal? I think they will. For number 8, Emily Tamaro. And with 6:24 to go, it is 6-0. So give Tamaro that goal. They had to wait for the official word on that one. And it is a goal for First Colonial. They will huddle up and celebrate. Making it 6-0 here with 6:24 to go in our contest. It looks like that's going to do it. And you see the hugs being shared by some of these ladies that have played perhaps together on a travel circuit. Good sportsmanship all the way around. And the First Colonial Patriots are heading to the state playoffs. First time in 3 years for them. Well deserved. FC 6-0 today in our contest at the Regional Training Center. And they're going to go run over and say hello to some of their parents and loved ones, the girls from FC. I'll remind you that in about 45 minutes or so, we'll be back on the air on our Virginia Beach Sportsplex YouTube channel. Just subscribe and search for it. We'll have archive games to watch there on that page, as well as on the beachsportsplex.com page. We will take on First Colonial in Thursday's regional championship game. Cox Falcons, undefeated on the year, taking on the Kempsville Chiefs in our next matchup. So I want to thank all of our sponsors for this matchup today. And that would include the likes of CHKD Sports Medicine, Vault Athletics and Fitness, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, AstroTurf, Chicho's Pizza, One Life Fitness, Zoop Eatery, Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Can't forget about John's Tax Service, where they're providing tax preparation and retirement planning services for you. John's Tax Service and JPM Financial Services have been serving all of Hampton Roads for more than 20 years. Why Not Italian? Go check them out. The newest Haygood location on Independence Boulevard. And Dairy Queen, and of course our title sponsor, Zoop Eatery. For Jacob Zado and Maurice Burnett, our cameraman, I'm Matt Hatfield. Stick around. We've got some more field hockey action coming your way with the Cox Falcons and the Kempsville Chiefs. But our final today, the First Colonial Patriots, a 6-0 winner over the Princess Anne Cavaliers, as Coach Beanie Schleicher's team has punched its ticket to the state playoffs, now 16-1 on the year. Talk to you in a bit here from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach. So long, everyone.